Hello everybody and welcome back to the labs. We are playing Karma, episode 17. This is the Karma mod pack on the ATLauncher. Go check it out if you want to play along. Only made a couple of small alterations myself, and other than that, it's a great mod pack. I mean, it was great before my alterations. I just like a few specific OP mods to be in my packs and added those on there. So, last time focus. Okay. Good computer. Stop lagging. So last time what happened was we went over kind of all the stuff we had done, the different plans that I had for the future, as it were. And so sorry, I just gotta my computer just popped up with a weird thingy. What up, okay, gonna check that out later. So we were looking at everything we've done, and something I forgot to mention was this pyrotheum dust. It's kind of a pain in the butt to get because it requires some sort of crushed up version of coal, not charcoal, and sulfur. And sulfur is not the easiest thing to get. Sometimes mod packs have them set up so they do spawn in the overworld, but I don't think it does in this one. And so you get sulfur as a byproduct of doing pulverizing or crushing like blaze rods and coal and stuff like that. But blaze rods are the highest, and when I made these, I had just gotten my blaze farm going to the point again where we were actually producing good essence. And so what this has done though is it made it rather difficult to get sulfur, and I did crush up a whole bunch of coal and stuff like that. However, what happened was I went to the nether really quick. You'll see a couple of my cobblestone are now edge stone bricks. So that was all I had to put those cover stones back up. And you'll see that, or sorry, so I went to the nether and I got some sulfur ore, because it's all over the place there. Nether sulfur ore is everywhere. And now I have over 1,000, and this was from like maybe a stack and like 4 extra of nether sulfur ore, because the output of this thing is ridiculous. So you get like 24 of these bad boys from crushing these things in like a pulverizer or a sag mill or whatever. Sorry, I didn't put it in a sag mill. In the pulverizer, you get 24 of these guys. And that was why I actually had to make the pulverizer. And yeah, I have so much sulfur now, but I also noticed that now I can make sulfur crops, which I may do eventually, make a small farm of sulfur crops. I think there'll be probably 1 or 2 farms in our magical tower that are this size, but with 4 different crops, for the ones that we don't really need too much. And that'll take care of that for us. So what I've been doing since we logged off, or since I stopped recording last, is just getting some of these guys going. I wanted to see how big the range of the largest Ender IO farm would be. Mostly because I just wasn't quite sure how to make my magical building, how big to make it. So what you can do is in these Ender IO farms, you can put these capacitors in, and it increases the range at which it operates. And so that took care of that. So I put some redstone crops on, yeah, whatever. And just, I made 4 seeds actually. There's quite a bit of essence to make the seeds. But once I made those 4, I've now just been watering them, sitting, watching water, and crops physically grow. So that's been pretty boring. But that's why I'm doing a lot of this off camera right now. That's why we're missing a whole bunch. But that's so that I can get ready to make some cool stuff for my builds. And what we're going to do is, I believe if I look up brick, this is going to give us all sorts of stuff I don't care about. I could do the extra utilities light blue frequency brick. I'm not really sure why it's labeled like that now, but oh well. Or I could do, and I do really like these textures, the diamond essence brick or the diamond tinted brick. And I might do a combination of these things. I really like these textures. I don't have the emerald ones up yet. But yeah, I think those are really good. Ooh, I never thought about making essence crops. That would be one option for our Or experience, sorry. Whoa, that was an accident. Arrgh! Sorry, I got things popping up all over the place. Cancel. Lock. Good. Go away. Let's look up experience seeds. I do have the gas tier for it. This gives 40 experience. What up, interesting. I could make that pretty easily, but I don't want to set up another farm right now. Okay, so yeah, that we're still gonna work on this. I may add some experience seeds to the farm tower. Maybe make a little penthouse of that, because that'll be a nice extra one that we don't really need, because we'll have other ways of getting it. But what we're going to do right now is actually try to work this out a bit more, so we know. I do kind of want to build it back here, because I'm going to outfit our power gen system with another set of power gen, but it'll be really convenient if I do that. So what I learned, though, is that the NRO farms go about 8, the radius of 8 with it in the center. So I don't know if that counts as a radius of 9 or not. Either way, it goes 8 this direction, and 8 this direction, and 8 this direction, with the 9th block being the center block. So if we walk that out, let's put our torches in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Awesome. 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So that means that that's how far the farm will actually go. And then for the sake of markers, let's do this. Let's get rid of all this stuff. Edible root. Interesting. Oh, my golden bag. Okay, grab that bag. It's golden. I got these in a dungeon. We're gonna get some diamond essence brick. That's not a bad texture either, but it's just not as nice. Boom. Alright. So this will be the... So let's say we have a 3 border all the way around the outside of the big one. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, and that makes the wall here. Like that. So that will be where our wall will be, and we'll have to mark that out. The problem that's going to actually give us is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I only put that 8 away from there. So we'll actually have to move this over 4. But we can handle that. So it'll be 1, 2, 3. That's the gap. 4th for the wall. Like that. Okay. So this is where the center of our farm will have to be. So I'll just do this. I'm going to run and sleep really quick to try and make it a bit brighter and easier for us to see. I'm always baffled by the fact that the recording actually looks a lot better brightness-wise than my screen does. But that, I know that has a lot to do with the fact that it's on 2 separate screens that are very different in contrast ratio. Excuse me, but it is confusing at times. So this will be here, and this will be there. And we'll just... for the time being, do this, do that, output there, pick you up and make sure you guys are all growing where you should be growing. So now we kind of know what size area we have to terraform. In fact, I may move this over a bit more, and I'm gonna have to. Let's take up all this stuff, because that'll actually put us right up against the wall, and I don't really want that. I should go at least 1 or 2 blocks over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the farm. 1, 2, 3, and 4 being the wall. And so that'll look awful. So we really want the wall like here. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll do 1, 2, 3, and this will be the last of the farm. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it actually needs to go here. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. I wish these would save their configurations, but maybe one day they will. Alright, so now let's throw these guys back in there. And I feel like we're actually making some progress. And we're just going to give these a quick water to make sure the ground stays wet. But other than that, they can go away. So there we go. That'll be our 8x8, which means our 8x8. It's clearly not 8x8, but, you know. Where are these roots coming from all of a sudden? Make sure we'll block some of this off. Don't need no monsters spawning. And V to turn off my shovel. So that means that this will actually have to move over to here. Diamond, diamond. This will look good. I like this texture a lot. And then what we're going to have to do is find a piece of glass that is effective for us as well. So it'll be 1, 2, oh wait, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's the end of the farm. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here's the farm. 1, 2, 3. Whoopsies. And diamond, diamond. Okay. So there's that side. So this is kind of the dimensions we're looking at without adding the last corner. This will be a nice size farm. And I was thinking about trying to make this into a sphere, and I may do that, but I'll probably have to make it bigger if I do that. In fact, I think I lost it last time. I lost my golden bag. Let's go grab us something handy. Ugh. A builder's guide. Building guide? Yeah. Alright, let's take this over and plop it on here. Let's see what kind of size we're going to need to, wait, that's going down. I have to bring it in a few. A little bit more? Wait, that means these are off, because that's right on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Doi. Oh, that offsets everything. Well, I'm probably gonna have to do this again anyways. Let's do this. Let's that's right now. So let's do this direction. That is going up. Right. But it's too big. So it'll have to be a 12 by 12. Right? No, 13 by 13? That makes more sense. Wait, why did that move? One, two, three, four. Oh, this one's out one, so it's actually too far still. So this is what we'd be looking at. And I'd have to move it over. Well, that actually doesn't look too bad, to be honest. Oh, wait, what did I just do? Oh, no, that's fine. Let's make this a cylinder. Keep the same dimensions. And that'll be really cool. That'll give us room for 8 by 8, right? Because that diamond will still fit in there. So that would be kind of fun to work with, actually. Let's do that. So let's start clearing some of this land. And and put my farm back down. Or no, it's still down. We're just going to kind of let this run for a little bit because I need this to pick up the pace on the redstone. And in fact, I'm going to... Yeah, let's get us some water as well because then it's not going to be permanent, but we're going to need to fertilize this a little bit in order to get us what we need. So I'm going to put one here for now. That should be okay. Who knows? And we'll just break this in case we need more water. But here's the idea. So I'm going to clear this area out, and then we're going to have a nice earthy feel for it. We're going to use diamond bricks, which we'll need a lot more diamond essence for, but we will work on that. And I'll put a layer down to see kind of what it looks like in using the diamond tinted ones intermixed with these and see if that gives it enough texture to make it nice looking. And we're going to use a lot of glass, a lot of tinted glass, I think. But I got to figure out maybe clear glass might just be the way to go with that. I do want the glass. Oh, I'll explain that part later. But that's the idea. And then we'll have... Well, I still have to figure out how I want to do the pipes. And I think I'll stick with Ender IO pipes so I can put them in the walls if I need to. But for now, we're going to put this guy up. And... Boom. What just happened? Oh, it's because when this is infused, it doesn't do vein miner. Interesting. Alright, and let's just get rid of some of this junk. Wow, that killed the... These tools do not work very well with vein miner. It just wipes out the power that they have stored. I don't know if I ever showed you guys this, but I did hook up an ender chest as my main source of input to the ME system. And so that pipe that comes over from the ender quarry actually comes into the chest here. And then that gets sucked up because this import bus is pretty decked out and it's just all speed imports. So that has helped me a lot, and that's how I am getting these guys as they're going into the same ender chest frequency. That is the beauty of having blaze crops growing, is I don't have to worry about making ender chests and farming blazes and stuff like that. So I'm going to do most of that off camera and bring you guys back in when I have a good idea for the texture. But before I do, I want to start working on this mob farm. So let's do zombie flesh. No? Rotten flesh, right? I have 4, which might be perfect. That is not what I meant to do. I completely forgot that I had random things in here and I can make fertilized dirt now, so I'm going to need to look at getting bone meal production for this as well so that I can have some better dirt for my crops to grow on. And then I'll couple that with the lily pads of fertility, and boy, we will have an ender, a crop farm like no other. Okay, so is there a way to do... Interesting. I thought there was a way to get this a bit more reliably than there is. I have an idea. Dun, da, 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 da. Okay, so I've used these before. They're really power hungry, but Ender IO makes it so that when you break spawners, vanilla spawners, or any like actual spawners you see spawned like that are world gen spawners, you get a broken version of them. And what you do is you make yourself a powered spawner. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Oh, I don't want to use that skull. Hopefully I can use a different skull for this. Yeah, it can be anything. So, you get yourself a spawner, which shouldn't be too bad for us to do. I don't have a lot of emeralds, but I do have enough to make my crops in reserve, so I may want to just make that seed for the heck of it. Now we gotta go find us a different skull, because I really don't want to use... Perfect. I don't want to use a wither skeleton skull if I can avoid it. So we take our powered spawner and we take it to an anvil. Put this guy in there, and we need 30 levels. So I happen to know that my XP chest is in a very strange place right now. Why are you guys in here? You're not supposed to be in here. Wow, I wonder what these guys are doing here. That's bizarre. Alright. Oh, wait, did I pick it up? Oh. Oh, whew. So let's go set up our XP shower again. And remember, this is all levels that I have put into this myself. So it's not like it's been effective as a farm so far. And let's see if I can get 30 levels from this. I really hope I can, because that'll get me on my way to my experience farm. And then I'll just sit in there and I will... Oh, I do have to have... Well, no, I have power. Okay, so let's see what happens here. This might severely deplete my power. Oh, survive. Get me to 30. Please get me to 30. Otherwise, I'll have to go sit in that room and attack things for a really long time. I should get there fine. And 30. Oh, it's still falling. Crazy, silly shower. Alright, so let's ditch some of this stuff. I'll be using that to make me some hearts eventually. And we'll throw that in there with these guys. Actually, I'll keep my buckets. So, powered spawner, anvil, and... zombie spawn. Awesome. Oh, okay, that didn't work. Shucks. So now I'm just going to take this over here and power it, and I really don't know what this is going to do. Oh, silly rabbit. I'm going to pull out my fancy shovel. My fancy shovel. And with my fancy shovel, I'm going to dig up some of this, which I forgot the efficiency is not turned on for, which is actually kind of helpful at this point in time. Pick you up. What is the infuse? Yeah. Let's do this. I hope these only spawn inside. We're about to find out, aren't we? Okay. Now, if we put our zombie spawner down, give it power, it will very, very slowly start to spawn zombies. And I think what I want to do is just let this run for a minute and go check on our power and see if we can't put some looting on a sword. Even if it's not our flux infused sword, let's put some looting on it. See, this will only allow out 1,000, and it should be able to keep up. If it's, excuse me, if it's been keeping up with what we have, then it should be able to keep up with it right now. It just won't be able to put out anymore. So if anything, it's just going to run out of power at the spawner and not at, let me take this. I'm going to break all this stuff down and not at my base. Will this pick up with a wrench? No, just break it. Just break it. Okay. Whee! Fly back to base. Put you down. Just for now, we'll put you guys like this, even though that's not really how I'm going to want it set up. Right, recipes. So what is looting for us? Protection, fire protection, blast protection, feather falling, respiration, projectile protection, enchanted, aqua affinity, smite, sharpness, knockback, bane of anthropods. Looting 1. Heads. Oh. Well, looks like we're going to have to borrow some player heads. I'm really glad I kept these around. And don't worry, well, I'm sure we'll find a way to rebuild. 1, 2, 3, 4. To rebuild our... How much damage do we have on this sword already? I'll make a new one. Our death wall. I'm sure that'll be a thing eventually. Actually, you know, I'm pretty tricked out right now, so it may not. So maybe time to disassemble it anyways. Because there shall be no more deaths. And let's just see what happens if I do... Oh, I forgot. Written book. Whew. And 40? I definitely don't have 40 levels. Okay. Well. Oh, see, this is why I'm glad I have good armor and armor piercing. Armor piercing stuff. Let's see what this guy has to say. Nothing, huh? Well, look, I'm going to stay here and grind away getting levels and zombie flesh and getting this all set up the way I want. And then we will be back and we will look at how this build turns out and start to... Oh, you're throwing me around. Bring it. You got nothing on me. And then hopefully we'll start to work on our magical tower here. Alright guys, until next time, I've been Towsty. You've been watching Infinity Labs, episode 17 of Karma. Go check it out on the ATLauncher, and if you got anything to say or add to this, just leave it in the comments, and I'd be happy to take a look at it. Alright, see you later. Deuces.